I'll give you the cue.
Okay.
Off you go, Pinot Gris-san.
Welcome to Dorsta. I'm Pinot Gris and this is Comatose. And today we're streaming for the second time. I've already escaped my kotatsu, so that's the first big step. Comatose, you have some goals on VR chat, don't you? Can you tell me what they are?
Some goals?
Yeah, I heard you talking, or I heard some talk that you had something you wanted to do here.
Oh, yeah. So I met my Japanese friend here, Aru Nico, and I was trying to learn some Japanese from him, but it's hard because of like the language barrier.
All right. How much Japanese do you already know?
Very little, just like the basic words in Japanese.
Let's hear some basic words. What words do we have to work with?
Okay. So like I know arigato. I know
Good word.
konnichiwa, konbanwa. I know shiteru is like to know, I think.
Shiteru.
Shiteru. Yeah. Kanojo is like her or a girl, I think. Yeah,
Do you know,
I mean, maybe
boy?
a couple more, but otoko, I think.
Yes, that's good. That's
Yeah,
exactly right.
yeah. Most of the words I know are like from anime.
So do you know any grammar structures?
As in like a full sentence or like words that like complement.
Like can you picture it in your head?
You want me to like compose a sentence in Japanese?
If you're able to do, but that's not exactly what I'm asking. I mean, do you understand, in an abstract sense, the grammar of Japanese at all? Like if you see like egabi desu, do you understand what that means?
Oh no, no.
Oh, okay. All right, so that's probably a good thing to learn as well as building vocabulary, because
Yeah.
it'll help you understand some of the you'll bump into phrases that don't make sense if you try to understand them as a word. So you can use them if you only understand them as the phrase, but you need the grammar to understand why they mean that. And like Japanese grammar is, so like the structure is pretty much always the same. You have a head, like the lead of it, which is kind of the topic, and then you have some kind of verb that comes after it. And so you always have like this head and then some stuff in the middle and then the caboose. And
Caboose?
yeah. So let me grab a pen. Hello. Hello, Nika-san. So you're going to always have like the head, which I'll call, that's not a good color. I'll call A. And A is usually pretty much always marked with a ga, although that's sometimes invisible. And then you'll have some amount of information, and then you'll have an ending verb. So, like if you want to say your name, you won't say ga here, you'll say probably wa. You'll be like, watashi wa komatose to omoshimasu. So that would be komatose ga, or sorry, watashi wa, as for me. Komatose to omoshimasu is the verb. Everything comes that way.
Why do you add like omas at the end?
That's the verb. So omoshimasu is to be called, basically.
Can you say omoshi without the mas, or is the mas like part of like the omoshi?
That's kind of like a set phrase. I think it comes up someplace, but I've never encountered it.
Oh,
But
okay.
that structure is what we're interested in. And then each of these box is going to have an ending particle, something like ni. How do I spell ni in English? This. I think this is. Oh, it's so hard to write Romaji. Ga. You'll have like ni. To. Right, means with. Day. English. Okay.
Pinot Gris says, can you change the color? It's pretty difficult to see
Yeah.
on the screen. Hopefully blue or green, please.
Yeah, blue is good. So you're gonna kind of have a ga, and then these cars, and then the caboose, which is the verb. It's easy if I don't think about it. Haha. Where did my blue pen go? No. Did I throw it off the world? I did. I threw my blue pen off the world. Good job. So, and then each of these boxes is going to have... Oh, it's really ugly. It's going to have a particle, as we call it, to sort of end it, to couple it. So, for instance, do you know how to say I like something?
I think that would just be ore wa ski. Ski. I don't know.
Yeah, ski is to like. But you need the thing that you like. So, like, what's your favorite food?
Chicken.
Chicken? Okay. So, yeah, you would say, like, watashi wa or ore wa chicken ga suki desu. So, you see what I mean? You have the topic marker, which is me, watashi wa, or ore wa. Then you have chicken ga suki desu. Verb.
Why do you add ga after chicken?
So it marks it as the head of the. It marks it as the head of this train. So every section of the meaning train is going to have a particle at the end of it that tells you what its role is.
That is really confusing. So basically, whatever the subject is, you add ga after it, or.
But yes, it's always there, but sometimes it's invisible. So, like, if in a lot of, like, I think in the most formal, rigid Japanese way of thinking, it seems to me that a phrase like, I'm happy, it would be like, watashi wa watashi ga suki desu, or ureshii desu. But that's just like too much me. So we can skip the ga and you just say watashi wa. But that ga is kind of like understood in a phantom way. So wa, it's easy. Like most grammars, they just have this wa sound, and they say that marks the subject. But I don't think that that's necessarily true. It's just an easy heuristic, and then people have to grow out of that as they become fluent. So I say get rid of it. So yeah, you have to have ga, like shikin ga, because it marks that as the subject of the sentence, which is the thing that is liked. And all Japanese grammar comes in this format.
I see.
Yeah. But that's so ugly. So some of these, like ni, kind of generally is a location. So it's either a location you're moving to, or it's something that's receiving, or like the place that you're at. So, like, 私はアメリカに住んでいます。I'm living in America. Right. Sometimes, like, に and day is like by the means of. So, kind of like with. But then to is to be done together. So, 友達と日本語を勉強します。I study Japanese with my 友達, which are my friends.
I see.
So, O also marks the direct object of the verb, of the transitive verb. So that's like the most basic structure of Japanese. If you
yeah,
can remember
basic.
this, all you have to do is start remembering details of any particular verb. And then it'll come along.
If I'm gonna be honest,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if this is basic, I I didn't understand a single thing. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh no. Okay, it'll come. It'll come. Maybe one day it'll come back to you that this is there.
True. Yeah.
So, Harunika-san, what do you think?
はい。
What do you think?
何日本語で日本語で
日本語
私は
で
英語は
どうしましょうか？
どうしましょうか What do you think?
はい。
う
うんん。
それで
コムトスために日本語を勉強するので。
さっき2人で話してて日本語の
うん
深いっていう言葉にはディープっていう意味とアンカンファタブルunlike みたいな全然違う意味があるってことですごく難しいなったんだよね。それをうまく説明できなかったんだよ、私の英語では。
So, Harunika-san is saying that intonation is kind of important too. 書いてくれた。But there's two
鏡文字では書けないからもう。
大丈夫。
はい。
大丈夫です。That there's two words,
はい。
two meanings of 深い。
これが
Oh yeah, yeah. He was teaching me that.
ディープ。本当は声が低いっていうことを伝えたかったんだけど、Your voice is deep って彼は言ったんだよね。まあ、でもそれはちょっと詩的なポエトリーな表現だっていうことを言いたかったんだけど、普通はローを使うよね。で、深い、最初聞いたときは、あなたの声は深いですだったから、私の声が聞き取りにくいのかなと思ったんだよ。
深い or 深い
ディープっていうのと、まあ、カンファタブルのスペルがわかんねえや。ちょっと待って。日本語のフにはアンとか、ノットとか、バットとか、まあその辺の。
Yeah.
待ってね、今調べながら。
come
テーレルと。両方とも日本語では深いという発音する。ホモフォン。
Uncomfortable.
同じですか？例えば橋と橋。
そう
が違う意味ですね。お手物とブリッジですね。So yeah, there's some like ambiguity that comes up. And you just sort of get used to it and understand by context which one you're doing.
Yeah, I saw that in the direct translation for deep
Mm-hmm.
in Japanese is fukui or fukui, and
Fukai.
if you were to use that, or oh yeah, fukai, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And if you use that in Japanese, it doesn't mean the same because, like in English, we use deep as like a metaphor if someone's voice is deep. But in Japanese, it's like translated into something else.
Mm-hmm. It can be, yeah. And there's
So like
probably...
you can't,
Mm-hmm.
like, can you say, anata wa koe fukai? Like that doesn't make sense, or
例えば、アルニコさんの声は深いですね。
yeah.
そういう意味がありますか？ Like your
普通は
voice is deep
低い
sounding?
普通は声が低いです。あなたの声は低い。そう。ロー。
Low.
My voice
Oh,
is
so you're
low.
saying, yeah. So he's saying that fukui is the word to use. So the tone of voice is low.
Yeah.
It's a low tone.
Yeah. But
Low
deep is like, it can be used in that same regard, like in English, right? But like, in Japanese, I guess it doesn't work like that. Or...
Yep, that's what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
He said use fukui. And then takai? Fukui to takai? ですか？
高い、ハイ。高いがハイ。低いがロ
あ
Okay.
あ、
Yeah.
高い。
ー。ディ
So those are
ー
the opposite.
プの反対はシャロー。
Oh, something, something, your name.
Oh, my name?
你叫什么名字？
Oh. 不爱吃蔬菜。
我爱吃这啊。
蔬菜。
Pota. Oh, Chinese is so difficult now. It's I can't. Well, is that love?
これは
No. Yeah?
野菜が嫌いっていう意味。
野菜が嫌い。あ、なるほど。
いや、わからないよ。日本語だとそういう風に見える。
It means I don't like vegetable.
正しい。
正しい。
そういう意味ですよ。
漢字は中国語の漢字と日本の漢字は少し似てるから、学習をしてなくても分かることがある。
He said in Japanese it looks like I don't like vegetables.
本当に嫌い。
the meaning transfers.
ただ全然違う意味の言葉もあるからたまにすごい誤解をすることもあるね。
I guess so, yeah. Okay, what should we do now?
まあ、
We
漢
should
字文
study
化は偉
Japanese.
大。
Kanji might be a bit high.
Chinese is great.
It is fun. I need my tea. Excuse me.
ありがとう。
Okay, got my teacup. So do you have any other questions?
It's hard to think on the spot.
Are you practicing from a book?
Oh no, I just wanted to learn Japanese a little bit and some Chinese as well, just to communicate with friends.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
I was
some
interested in
survival
both.
Japanese. Now
Huh?
I'm curious because like survival Japanese for girls and boys is probably a little different.
Sur
Like what are survival, like the most essential phrases you have to know?
Oh, I see. Yeah. Or do you mean like the wording?
Yeah.
Romachin is
Like if you
online.
can't. Romachin's online. He's Masamurai-san's partner, and we haven't seen him in quite a while. Wonder if he'll show up. Taka-san, can you invite Roma, please? That would be amazing.
Okay.
So,
Yeah?
yeah, I wonder. I wonder if it's okay to say ore, or if that's too
Offline.
kind of rough sounding. Offline.
No. He's in tutorial world
Oh, okay.
うん。
just now. And this world is Masamurai's private invite world. I can't.
Only private invite?
Yeah. I can't invite him.
Plus? No? Invite plus.
Yes.
Awesome. Should be able to invite plus.
I just invited him now.
Okay. Tea is lovely.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are
We're
still
just
streaming.
practicing dead air.
Yeah. But this is very casual streaming. So
Yeah, it's very
nothing
casual.
formal.
We could do more Japanese or like try a game world or something quick.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What should we do? Roma! Hi, we're streaming.
うん。
It's our inaugural stream if you don't count the first one. Yeah, we haven't seen Roma in many months. Been on a hiatus.
Because he's
That's fun.
busy.
He is busy. Oops. I have like a lot of fur in my face here. So, what else is like some Japanese questions you had? You could ask Aruniko Sunday.
Oh,
Okay.
Hi Roma.
はい。
Hello.
ハロ
Oh, long time no see.
Long time no see. 懐かしい。
ー。後ろからなんか声がしてるよ。
Long time no see.
Echo.
I came here because I saw the YouTube channels live. Yeah. Oops. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. How long has it been? Has it been
I think it's been
what
like a
months
year
are we?
now, if not more.
No, I
I don't know. What
be-
month is it? May? Is it
May.
May?
Yes, May.
May is a good word. Mayday. Mayhem. Merde.
Mayhem. It's been 6 months.
Wow, that's
半年。
seems like longer. Sorry, Comatose, you were coming up with another question.
Oh, yeah. So I was asking Alnico, like a lot of the Japanese I learned was from anime, but he says that the Japanese from anime is a little different, I think, in the way that they talk. Like, they don't address the normal way Japanese people would, I believe.
What do you mean by address? Like talk? Like
Yeah, like the way they talk. Like,
mhm.
I think he said that the way they talk is different. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Well, what do you take from that?
Well, that I'm learning Japanese the wrong way. I don't know.
Okay. Do you have a plan of what to do then?
A plan to do?
Yeah, of what to do to learn sort of non-anime living people type Japanese.
Oh, well, I mostly just talk to people that do speak Japanese, and then I try to translate, or I talk to someone that knows both, or that's like bilingual and knows Japanese and English, so that he can help translate and I can learn a couple words, like the correct way.
I see.
The question that you should ask is like in Japanese, when you want to ask to somebody, like, do you speak Japanese? You say Nihongo ho anashimasu ka? Means
How do you say that?
speak Japanese. Nihongo o anashimasu ka?
Nihongo o hanashimasu
Nihongo. So Nihon is Japan, go is language. So you say Nihongo, Japanese language. O is the particle to
Nihongo.
refer to an object. So I can't explain it. And hanashimasu, it's the infinitive verb of stalking. If you say anashimasu ka,
Talking.
no, not talking. Stalking.
Oh, talking.
Stalking is
Go.
when you.
At the wall. Nihon. Go.
Nihongo.
Boop, boop.
I've been
No,
studying
Lungachi
Japanese
aren't
with Momo
really
now for a year. Should be fine.
language. Is Momo Sensei back? She live?
Of course, Momo. I've been taking lesson with Momo since April 2021.
No one's
stopped.
heard much from her.
I never stopped paying her. Now.
So this is what I was talking about. How you have like the cars, right? In the train of meaning. Oop, and then so they kind of all get glued together. So they all come in like these packets like this, where Nihongo hanashimasu ka. So Nihongo is Japanese. O, this WO, makes it the direct object. The direct object of what? This verb, hanashi. Right? So, hanashi is... Just trust me that this shi means it's ready to connect to its tense, so its time marker, which is masu, which is kind of present tense or future tense. And then ka makes it a question.
So does that mean you don't put a question mark at the end?
You
No.
can do, I guess.
Japanese don't do that. It's
If
unusual.
that helps
really?
you
Yeah.
remember it, that's okay. Yeah. But ka
I
is
never
like a
saw
verbal question mark.
at the end.
So it's a way.
It's
Can you
easy. You just
can you put ka at
Dozo.
the end of anything?
As long as you have
no.
pretty much. So this is what
No,
we
not-
call
not-
present or polite tense, or like polite form. So you can kind of put ka at the end of any polite form verb.
To make the question. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So like tabemasu ka? Will you eat? Tabemashita ka? Did you eat?
Tabemashi.
Yeah. So
If you wanna make a question, how do you say, negative ending sentence, but it's a question. You do like hanashimasen deshita. Correct? Hanashimasen deshita.
I guess so. That sounds right.
So, don't you speak Japanese? If that's the meaning of hanashimasen deshita. Sorry, hanashimasen deshita.
Hanashimasen ka?
Yes.
What he's saying is that you can, so this su, you can turn that into a sen, and that negates the sentence. So, Nihongo hanashimasen ka? Do you not speak Japanese?
So if you want to make past, so present and future always use the same form, which is hanashimasu ka. So shika. So always the same for present and future sentences. The only thing that changes to make a future sentence is the beginning, where you put time period, like ashita. That will not make any sense, but ashita nihongo hanashimasu ka? So tomorrow will you speak Japanese? But yeah, so it's doesn't make sense, but it gives a future sentence time period.
So this part, su, is do you, and if it's zen, it's do you not, or
Yes. So, yep, with a negative. So that's a negation is sen.
And for past sentences, you need shita. So anashimashita. So instead of suka, you end with shita.
Sukabuya.
So
So yeah, you have two parts: direct object, verb.
aren't you gonna get demonetized for that?
Sukabuya. I don't. Yeah, my samurai will. He'll take it out of my pay. Don't worry.
Unfortunately, this channel
Beast it.
hasn't reached 1,000 subscribers, so not monetized yet.
yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, of all the stuff we've ever done, if that's what gets us demonetized. I've said such bad things.
Oh, did you? Huh.
Do you remember? Do you remember when we were we were playing the Japanese guessing game? So we had to describe a movie,
Oh yeah, of course I remember. Movie.
and I was describing. Yeah, we had to describe a movie in Japanese, and then Taka-san had to guess. And I was describing
yeah.
Spirited Away, and I wanted to say she fell in love with the dragon, but I stuttered and I said something way worse that the dragon did to her by mistake. Samurai-san had to bleep it.
Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, Japanese
I
is a little
remember.
dangerous sometimes. You'll just have to be brave.
You're Japanese?
The Japanese language is dangerous.
Ah, no, it's not.
Okay.
Why?
It's easy. It's
There
easy
is
to
a
say
law.
a bad meaning by mistake.
There's a low level of crime in Japan. How can it be dangerous?
No, the language is dangerous. So
Why?
No.
because it's easy to say the wrong meaning.
Especially the
So
Japanese,
that's why Japanese people
southern
are.
Japanese district Japanese dangerous. It sounds very aggressive. For example, over there, Golden Taka-san, his southern Japanese dialect is very kind of attacking. Very aggressive. Very,
No.
very.
No. I'm a gentleman.
Yeah, Taka-san's a mafia boss. That's why he gets along with Roma.
Mafia is a pretty
I'm
much European word.
I'm a
Yakuza.
gentleman. I'm a
Southern
Yeah.
Japanese district is a popular and famous with Yakuza and stuff. So
No.
See, he's starting. What time? I think I have 10 more minutes for streaming today.
yeah, okay. Let's wrap up.
So,
A sec.
okay,
I
do you
will
have one
change the-
last question before we go?
I'm not sure.
Probably have
Yeah,
a lot of
I might-
questions. Yeah.
I probably do, but like being on the spot and like I'm on stream, I'm scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little scary, I guess.
There's 1,000 people watching me right now.
Not even.
Oh, what? Oh, really?
We probably have one, and they're
One.
we probably have two, and they're both Romachi.
Which one is Golden Taka-san and the other one is me. So 2.
Yeah. We don't have a big viewership like that yet.
Yeah, Pinot Gris, you
I
can
thought
wrap
this
up.
one was a video.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
as an
I
archive,
wish
yeah.
you the best of luck. I hope. It might be overwhelming now, but I hope as your skills develop, you might be able to remember that the important thing is you're going to have the head of the train, and then you're going to have a bunch of cars of meaning, and then you're going to have the engine, which is the verb. And all Japanese is like that.
Okay.
Yeah. If you can remember that, all you have to do is start building your language muscles.
Yeah, the key important thing is consistency. So if you're not consistent, your brain is gonna lose the training of
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
that's
have been
true.
doing.
That applies to everything, basically. That concept.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Yeah,
And you also
then
have
do
to
another
be a
draw.
little
Yeah.
brave. Hmm.
Yeah, the wrap up.
I know the drill. Okay, well, today we studied Japanese with our friends, and we met Roma again, who's always fun to have around. So, it wasn't maybe too exciting, but I hope it was informational. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Both of you two are strong viewers. It's a little narcissistic, isn't it?
Okay, the streaming is done.